And welcome to tonight's session of Steamwork Hearts. I am T, the Dungeon Master for this campaign, and we have with us our regular people here. Jude over there playing Mercy, Ken playing Zorki,
What's up?
Liv over there playing Poppy,
Hi.
RCB playing Ruli, and Ruby playing Zavira. So we are two sessions in, this being the second. And just to give a brief recap. So, last session, a group of unassociated people ended up in the town of Jorley, a part time tourist attraction and full time home of travel obsessed inventor and engineer Tover Puddleblock. As everyone came into town, an enormous and rather strange from the looks of it explosion occurred in the home of Tover. As everyone investigated the wreckage, all of you were pulled into a portal situated in a very strange place in Puddleblock's house, namely a basement that seemed to lead away from the house. Stepping through that portal, everyone came into a mirror-like chamber, sort of reflecting what you had encountered before. There you found the wall splattered with the blood of one of Puddleblock's assistants, named Kila, as well as the inventor himself, knocked out but alive and well. Once he came to, he explained the purpose of this one-way portal was to enable travel between distant lands, but something seemed to have gone awry. Uh, but for the time being, you now find yourselves, as he explained it, in the distant land of Theolad, which seems to quickly be becoming an adversary to your home at Calden, where and also where an unnatural presence seems to watch over some of you, and a bitter chill has presented itself rather unnaturally. So, as we start, I believe we left off as everyone was getting ready to um, sit down for the night. Is that correct?
Yes, made food for everybody. We started a fire, isolated it, but it's inside, but I guess it's not a problem.
So, um, around this point, Tover himself has joined the party. Um, if he's being offered food, is he being offered food?
I believe he already came to the group and got some food.
Okay, awesome. All right. So yes, he was explaining to Mercy how the portal itself worked, and shortly after that is where we ended. All right. So, is anybody doing anything during this time? You are basically in a room where the walls themselves seem to be bookshelves. Um, this is a, I don't want to say amorphous room, but it definitely doesn't seem to have like a, a shape to it. Um, there are still many books here. It seems mostly untouched for quite a long time. At the center of the room, as I mentioned last session, there is a table round, kind of taking most of the room up. But you guys have set a fire inside, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Far enough away from the bookshelves, anything that may be flammable. So is anybody doing anything?
Tover's just talking to me about the teleporter, right?
What he's explained to you is how it works. It is supposed to be a two-way teleport, but it cannot do both at the same time. It has to be set uh, to go in one direction or another. However, one of those directions, namely the one leading back to Jorley, is currently broken. It is causing one, his assistant to die, and two, anyone trying to come through the portal on the other side gets, as you saw from one of the guards that did try to cross, viciously cut in half or eviscerated.
Okay. I would probably just be sitting there, like peppering him with questions about it and very eagerly trying to learn as much about this teleporter as I could.
Okay.
Vera will be listening and adding notes on what was said to her report, like a hot scoop fresh off the press.
All right. Anybody else doing anything?
I am doing yoga.
All right. Are you actually doing yoga?
Yeah, Zorki is doing some like slow motion stretches, maybe like getting up and doing some Tai Chi stances, just making sure he's nice and limber up.
All right.
Does anyone need like a bit of a night light? As she gives a side glance to Mercy, or perhaps like a something warm. I don't know if anyone's cold.
Well, we use some blankets.
Um, you say you could use some blankets, or here are some blankets.
Yeah, we could use some blankets.
Uh, Tover overhears this in the middle of an explanation about how, uh, the machine connects with the crystals themselves and causes the teleportation to some degree. But he overhears you and he says, I don't think she had any gear here. She used to just come in and out. But you're free to look around if you see anything.
Oh yeah, then I'll just do that. I'll just go look at some blankets and see if they can find some clothes or some blankets.
Okay. Give me a investigation roll. Low DC.
Gotta throw that guidance in there.
Make sure to call out your totals.
Oh yeah, my bad. So 15.
15. Yeah. You're not gonna find blankets here. What you do find are tablecloths. There are smaller tables right throughout the room. Um, one of them might be enough to cover one of you, but you find a total of 3.
Yeah, this'll do. This'll do just fine. Yeah. You're gonna go bring those back.
I should clarify because half of you are small races, right? Well, 2 of you. That would be enough for you. the larger folk might have some issues.
I have a bedroll.
There you go.
So yeah, I'd bring back the tablecloths. Yeah, I found something. Might help.
I can charm the tablecloths. You know, it won't last for too long, but it'll be a little warmer.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, seems like it's gonna get cold out there. Kind of feel bad because there's something out there was watching us make food.
Grab something.
I'm not sure if it could have been a beast. I don't really know.
I will say that I did mention this last session, but there was a sense of something familiar while I was looking at you, Zorki. Obviously, you can see it, but you could definitely sense it.
So whatever it was, it definitely felt familiar.
It's interesting that something would be so familiar to you all the way out here, quite a ways away.
Some wood, and it's nature.
True.
It's probably some sort of bear, raccoon, something.
As long as it's not another rat. Ugh.
Yeah, I won't do that again. I'm sorry. I definitely should have asked if anybody had some sort of fears, but that was my bad, and I apologize.
It's okay, you couldn't have known.
Anything else? Because like sometimes I just summon beasts. Rats are small; they can get into places. I can't do birds. Not really. Not well. Always come out weird.
Mainly rats and mice, I suppose. It might be a bit silly, someone like me not liking the small scurrying things, but bad experiences with them before. Don't really fancy getting nibbled again.
Oh, yeah, big creature. I've learned that big creatures generally just don't like small creatures.
Tover's gonna chime in here. Please do not summon anything with too many legs or no legs.
You guys are making it real hard, but I don't think we're going to need anything anytime soon. Just something to send back through the portal or whatever that is, the teleporter, whatever you call it. That was the word, right, Mark?
Yeah, it's a teleporter. I'm currently writing down a note that Tover does not like creatures with no legs or too many legs.
He's gonna look over at your nose and I mean, spiders and snakes.
How about centipedes? The ones with over
Oh, yes.
hundreds
though.
of.
Please, no centipedes. Also,
You're cool like fire beetles. Like, is that all good for everybody? Ladybugs?
Oh, I quite like ladybugs. Yes.
I'll do ladybugs from now on. I mean, they're weird. They got some attitude, but you know what? They work for me.
Can you do like a hare, like a white rabbit?
Probably could, but if we're going into small places, I could probably do a rabbit. Yeah, I haven't tried.
Oh, that's neat.
around this time, mind you, just to explain a little bit more about this room, it is obviously underground, as you saw last session. And last session, you also saw that the door leading out of this chamber, this area, leads into a forest, and this door is hanging in the middle of nowhere. Leading up to the door are stairs, a lot of them, not to the point where it'd be unnatural to look at, but it is a long flight of stairs. But around this time, you do hear a knock, a very loud knock on that door that leads out.
Mr. Tover, it sounds like somebody's knocking on your hanging door there, the floaty door.
Well, I never really have been to this side of the portal before. don't know who might be expecting us.
You should check it out. Come with me, because it's really neat. You go outside, and it's just a door hanging in a frame. No house.
Yes, Keela did mention something about that. And I'll follow.
I'm just going to go answer the door. Doesn't seem like it's too aggravated. He seems okay with this, so let's go see what it is. And go up to the door.
Okay. You open the door?
Yeah.
As you open the door, there is nobody there. Do you open it the whole way or correct?
I open it the whole way. I got nothing to be afraid of right now.
Okay. You stand there for a few seconds looking around to see who might have knocked on that door. There's nobody around. What you do hear a few seconds after is another knock on the door, and then a giggle as that fades off into the distance.
Sounds like fairies or something. Hey, what kind of fake creature's knocking on the door? You playing pranks? Come on. If you're getting cold, just come on in. We got some food, I think, and we got kind of blankets.
As soon as I hear Zorki yelling, inviting fey creatures in, I sprint up the stairs. No, don't invite random fey creatures into the study. What if they damage some of the books?
It's just books, they can be respectful usually. If they break something, they owe something. Fake creatures don't like to owe things, so they're usually pretty good about hospitality.
But they could get up to some mischief, though, and I don't, we shouldn't be imposing any kind of mischief on Mr. Puddleblock here.
That's usually pretty harmless, It's just some jokes. Sometimes, how do you think I learned how to grow that plant that you like so much?
I guess if they can do that too, then I don't have a problem with them.
Have you had the door open this entire time?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. But yeah, you hear nothing else.
Well, you guys change your minds. Come on inside. Just gonna close the door. There's probably some fake creatures just playing pranks. I thought I felt something familiar, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, it sounds like fake creatures.
So they're real then.
Oh yeah, like fairies and stuff. Yeah. When I go to sleep, I talk to this baboon who talks back to me. He's really interesting. Teaches me everything I know.
That sounds very interesting. You know what? I'm just going to go lay down and call it a night.
You're not a talker either, huh? You smart people just don't like to talk to people. That's fine. I'm gonna see what Poppy's doing.
That sounds good. Good night, strange goblin.
Hey,
Zorki.
Zorki, yeah.
I remember, yes.
Although strange goblin's not the worst I've been called, So I'm pretty. I'm not very sensitive to names, so whatever you want to call me.
Zorki will do.
Good night, Mr. Puddleblock.
Good night, Mercy. And
You got your own bedroom or something, or are we all sleeping in the same place? Because that's kind of weird to say goodnight unless he's rolling over,
Well, I was gonna crawl on the table here. That's about all I have.
Well, if it gets too cold, just huddle up. We should all group up and just sleep in like a pile. That's the best way to handle the cold, is just to sleep in a pile, You should give it a try.
I don't think I know you all quite that well yet to sleep all snuggled up. I think my constitution should handle a night of cold for now.
I'm going to sleep in the corner.
That's not good survival, we've covered it up a few times out in the wild, and it gets a little cold, Big spoon, little spoon.
That's you and me, Zorki. That's not everybody else.
But that's the best way to maintain your body temperature, You're a science man. You should know that.
Well, no, I know that well enough, but there's also this little thing called personal boundaries, and for some people, you don't really invade that first time meeting them. So I don't really feel comfortable getting all, cozied up with everybody here.
You humans have the weirdest standards. Let me tell you.
You'll pick up on it eventually, I think.
I don't know how your race made it this far, but okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, Bobby, what's going on?
The whole time, like, Poppy's just kind of been, like, sitting on her own, like, crisscross, playing with, like, a ring on her finger, just kind of, like, taking everything in. She's like, I don't know if I'm down for cuddling tonight, but I'll talk to you for a few minutes.
I never said anything about cuddling, but hey, what's up with the ring? That's a nice ring you got there. I'm not eyeing it or nothing. I'm not one of them goblins. I don't like to take, you know.
I would appreciate it. It's just a nice little brass ring that I've always just kind of had. I found it somewhere, and it's always just kind of been my little trinket that I like to play with.
Must feel good. How you feeling that snack?
Pretty good. I'm pretty tired.
I haven't had a no meat one yet, so I was just kind of waiting to see what happened.
That's why I only took half of one. I was a little nervous.
Smart. See, Mark, this one knows how to survive.
Yeah, it's good survival technique.
First night, he ate 3 of them.
It was pretty unpleasant.
He cried a lot.
I had a lot going on. Anybody need a little bit extra warmth? Anybody can borrow the scarf, and I start pulling off my big scarf. I've got a full bedroll, so I don't really need all this.
How did you guys divide the tablecloths?
I'd give one to Poppy because she's about the same size as me, so that's a full cover, and then I just leave one open for anybody that wants one. Probably Tover. I mean, he came here naked, so he needs the most cover of anybody.
Okay. Just gonna take it and it's gonna say, thank you. Yes, it is starting to get chilly, and as a matter of fact, it is uncomfortably cold in here at this
Even
point.
with the fire.
Well, if you step outside of it, just to describe the room overall, if you were to step outside of it, it's like below freezing temperatures.
All right, yeah, I'd do the Druidcraft thing again to show him. It seems like we're getting a frost, so you definitely want to bundle up. You guys will do anything but, get in a pile. I'm here for it if you need one,
Ruli will charm each of the tablecloths, just make them slightly warmer than body temp. It'll last about an hour, so it'll help you get to sleep. But
Okay. What spell is that?
Prestidigitation.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's nice, thank you.
Yes. Hey.
So, as you all go to sleep, are you all going to sleep? Are you taking watches, or anybody staying up?
I'm going right to sleep.
I can take first watch if we want to get a watch going.
It's not a bad idea. I'm gonna just sleep for the night, but if you need me, wake me up. I got my friend to meet. Master Reiki. He's waiting for me.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Could anybody take a second at third watch?
I can do that. Yes.
Yep. And at this point,
You're
I'm just
welcome,
gonna.
Mercy.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna kind of like curl up in the corner, just like hugging my knees to my chest and watching everybody else sleep for first watch.
Oh, mercy.
Did anyone say they're taking a third, or
Do we need a third?
up to you?
I suppose I'd get up early. Just want to make sure I sleep first.
Sparrow's just sleeping. She's a heavy sleeper. Yeah, Poppy's just passed out under the giant tablecloth that's keeping her really warm at this point.
All right. So, as all of you drift to sleep, and Tover himself while you guys were setting the watches. He's fallen asleep entirely. Knocked on his ass. He probably had quite a day. As all of you go to sleep, halfway during your watch, Mercy, go ahead and give me a What is your passive again?
It is 14.
You're keeping active watch, so give me a perception.
That is an 8.
Okay. It's not that you don't hear it. It's that it takes you quite a while to register what you've been hearing, which is howling coming it almost seems to come from the other side of the door leading out of here. And whatever your mind was on, it does become the focus of your attention at the moment. But after a few minutes, it will go away unless you decide to do something.
I'm going to kind of take a little bit more of a less relaxed or less tense. I'm going to sort of sit in a way that I can get up easily, and I've got my gun blade across my lap.
Okay. Nothing comes through the door itself. But yeah, like I said, after a few minutes, it will go away on its own. You go through your watch, and Ruli was the second watch, correct?
Yeah.
If you'd like to wake her up.
Yep. I just I take an unlit torch and I use the side of it that doesn't have like a wrap and stuff on it, and I just kind of from a distance poke at Ruli with it.
Huh? Oh, hello, Mercy.
It's it's your turn for what?
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm gonna drag my bedroll over and get comfy by the fire.
Okay.
Ruli's gonna, be kind of relaxed on watch, sitting around the fire, poking it, but keep the warmth going on the blankets in the meantime.
Okay. Your watch goes mostly without incident. What is your passive perception?
12.
12. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception, please.
That is an 8.
What is with the 8s? All right. The music is loud. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I am going to, in a second, need another roll from you. What you see is a book that slides across the room. Almost hits Tover, who is actually under the table. This book slides almost the entirety of the room from one bookshelf. And for a brief second, you're going to see this very small woman that is floating in the air, suspended by wings, butterfly-like wings. And I need a saving throw from you as soon as I find it. Wisdom.
That is a 22. Nat 20.
Do you speak Sylvan?
I don't believe so. Let me check. Nope.
Okay. You're going to hear very beautiful words coming from her mouth, but they seem almost muttered. You cannot make out what they say. Are you doing anything immediately?
Oh, hello. Are you lost?
Just gonna look at you and still muttering. You're going to see her vanish. And somewhere else in the room, out of your view, you're gonna hear another book being knocked over.
Is there something in the book? And she'll walk over to that book and she'll, check the title, flip it over.
The book is titled um, Seraphim Crystals and What to Do with Them. You see several pages being rifled through before they stop. You don't have any kind of blind sight or anything, like anything that would make you see an invisible creature, right?
No, dark vision, but no.
Okay. But after a few moments, they stop, and if you were to sense her presence, which with a 12, I'll give you that you might be able to perceive something being there. It's gone. It's no longer there.
Huh. Well, I don't really want to wake anyone up, so.
Okay. That was towards the end of your watch. And I'm assuming you wake up Zorki at some point to take his?
Zorki offer?
Did he?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Absolutely. Oh, Zorki? And she tap on the shoulder.
Just a sec. Just a sec.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
take your time.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yes. I wanted to ask you a question. I saw a small woman with wings.
Sounds like a fairy. Yeah. I thought
Yeah,
somebody
she,
was
she
around
read
here.
this book with the Seraphines, and she threw this one over by Mr. Tover. I wasn't sure. She seems to have gone by now, but figured I'd let you know.
She's reading books.
It seemed like she was definitely looking through the pages.
They're probably looking for a picture book or cookbook or something. I'm
She
gonna
said
yell.
something to me. I'm not sure what she said.
How long ago was this?
It wasn't long ago. It was maybe 10 minutes.
I was gonna yell at Sylvan. Hey, you still here?
In Sylvan. Okay.
Yeah. I also have a Feywild connection.
Okay. Let me read that. Your mannerisms and knowledge of Fey customs are recognized by natives of the Feywild who see you as one of their own. Because of this, friendly Fey creatures are inclined to come. Oh, this is a background. Okay. Um,
That's where I go when I sleep. Is the Feywild.
okay. All right. Unfortunately, what you hear back is some more muttering, and it is a tiny voice, but you can make out. Couldn't find it. That voice is coming from the top of the stairs, and almost immediately after, you're going to hear the door to the place open, and fire notwithstanding, it gets very cold very fast.
I'm gonna run up to close the door. Well, first I'm gonna see who's there.
You don't see anybody unless you have some kind of true sight or anything like that, or any spells that you might be casting.
No, I'm not trying to be hostile.
Okay.
So yeah, just anybody still there?
You are going to hear a very similar howl to what Ruli heard in the distance, and a bark coming from another direction, and then a second bark.
I slam the door.
Yeah.
If there's a way to lock it, I lock it.
Oh yeah, there's a lock on it. Absolutely.
Nope, not doing that. Start walking downstairs. I get really close to Mercy and I sit like for comfort, and I watch the doorway very steadily. I do not take my eyes off of that entrance.
Okay.
I got my hand on my spoon.
For your watch, give me that final perception. Are you guys taking individual watches? Like nobody, you guys might be coming about, especially if you're like in. You got a total of
15.
All right.
Yeah, I need to get better at saying that out. I'm sorry. 15.
No, you're fine. All
Just
right.
roll physical dice. I'd call that out.
You absolutely can if you guys want to.
Yeah, I
All right,
might
let me
break
see.
that out after break.
Rest of your watch, you're pretty confident that you do not hear anything. Nothing seems to, be amiss about the room or anything like that, and especially out the door, you don't hear any other sounds of the wild, so to speak. So it goes very smoothly.
Yeah, I have not left Mercy's side. I'm just sitting there, like kind of fetal position, but like sitting up. Like knees up to my chest, arms crossed, blanket over me, and I'm just staring daggers at the door till somebody stirs me.
All right. Um, Around this time, you would probably surmise that the dawn isn't too far away, and it is around this time that Tover yawns and sits up. And if it wasn't for the fact that he's a small being, he would have absolutely banged his head on the underside of the table. But he just rubs his eyes, looks around with some surprise initially, and then remembers where he is. Oh, it wasn't a dream, was it?
No, this is no. Well, I don't know what you do in your dream, because I do a lot of things in my dream.
How was your dream with the monkey? Was it?
Yeah. There's a Master Reiki. It's pretty good. He told me, I need to start working on my upper body strength.
It's weird and oddly specific for a, what do you call him, a dream guide?
Oh no, he's a real person. I'm gonna find him one day.
Well, I guess I better get to work.
Yeah, quickly, because we got some big dogs out there, and they might be trying to come in here. There's a fairy in here last night. Must have snuck in, messed with a couple of your books. I put them back. Don't worry. I don't know if they're in the right place, but I put them back.
That should be all right. I have many of these back home myself, or had. Oh, I forgot.
It's a lot of books.
I forgot. There is no home, is there?
I mean, you still got your basement. It's not really hard to build a house, it seems. Especially, Merc said you're filthy rich. You got money.
I wouldn't say that, but we are comfortable. Well, I will leave you to it. You can find me in the other room, and sure enough, he makes his way over there. You guys are whoever might be stirring up, and you especially, Zorki, are greeted by a flash of red light as he opens the door to that room and then closes it behind him.
As I forgot to mention this earlier, but when Mercy sleeps, he uses magical tinkering to turn a pebble into like a white noise machine. It just plays like calming waves crashing sounds continuously as he sleeps. So as I'm waking up, I'm reaching over and tapping the pebble to turn it off, and then just pocketing it.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, Zorki. Where'd Mr. Tover go?
I went to work on the machines. But I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you. Well, he might need you more. I could probably take one of these other guys out scavenging for some food.
Yeah, I'd like to, if I could, see what he's doing and maybe learn a little bit about that teleporter.
Yeah. I'll probably bring the dragon girl. Hey, Zafira.
Huh? Oh, you're awake.
You're kind of big and like scary because you're kind of a dragon. You want to go scrounge some food with me? Because there's big dogs out there, and I don't mess with that. Not alone. Nope.
You're very scary. What
I don't
did
mean
you
that
say
offensively.
Mr. Puddleblock was doing?
I was trying to fix the way back. He could probably use Mercy's help. Maybe yours too. You're kind of bookworm. I don't want to just go out like Poppy though, because we're tiny and big dogs are scary.
You both seem capable to me. I doubt I'd be much help with big dogs. Especially at this hour of the morning. I would like to talk to Mr. Puddleblock though. Maybe he can sign my report. Get me some good points with my tutor. Yeah, I might do that.
You're some sort of student?
Oh, yes, I'm currently studying. That's why I was in Jolie. I was relaxing in one of the parks and writing up a report to bring back to my tutor next weekend.
Oh, do you go to Sanathbury or?
I do. I don't mean to brag. I'm pretty smart, I guess, but this is much more exciting at the moment.
That is quite impressive. Yeah.
She just kind of shakes her hand dismissively. Let's not worry about it.
Oh, my bad.
Mercy looks like he wants to get in on the conversation about college, but he's like way too nervous, so he just goes towards the room Tover's in.
All right, Poppy, what are you doing?
At mention of her name from Zorki, she kind of woke up and she's kind of coming to. It's just her big dogs and everything, and she's like, I mean, I'm really interested in what this Tover guy's doing, unless there'd be more people coming with us, but it's a little scary.
Master Reiki said I need to be brave. I can go do it, but yeah, I would definitely welcome some help from somebody.
Oh, I can go.
Oh, you're good nature?
Passable. I'm willing to help if you need the assistance.
Are you good at fighting? Do you ever fight anything?
I don't consider myself much of a fighter.
Yeah, you might slow me down then. I don't want to go out there and, just have you, getting attacked by these dogs. Because, look at this scar. Look at this scar I got on my neck. You don't want one of these,
Zorki, be nice. She wants to help.
No, I appreciate it. I just don't want to, put it in harm's way. I could run pretty quick. But, it's nature. If I got somebody slower than me, I should be battling the wills, leave the slowest gazelle or go back and help. It's really hard to, I just don't want to be in that situation.
I am good at getting away.
Well, I could definitely welcome some company, although I'd like to take the big dragon girl, but She seems to want to talk to Tover, so.
All right. So how are you guys splitting up?
I guess me and Ruli are going out to scavenge.
All right. For that, give me survival. Um, both of you can roll separately, or one can roll with advantage. But as you guys head off and open the door, it seems most of the chill itself has dissipated. Whatever.
Wow, 13.
Got it. Okay. Um, it is still very chilly, but not to the point where you're freezing or anything like that. But before we get to that, the rest of you do come to uh, the other room to talk to Tover. And you see him messing with a panel on the almost towards the bottom of the arc itself, the platform that is this teleportation device. And he is trying to reconnect some wires currently, and you see the flash itself, the light that fills this room almost dims. He's just cursing to himself in Gnomish, but
Oh, I understand his gnomish. I know what he's saying.
he is motherfucker this and shit and fuck. Just going at it, thinking no one understands. He's just getting words out because it's frustrating.
I am hastily drawing a sketch of this machine, like trying to get as much of it drawn out as possible.
And all of you came with the rest of you. All right. So Zavira's there, Poppy's there. All right. So you guys aren't snaky at all. He, after a few seconds, he turns around. Oh, are you here to help or just watch?
I could offer my assistance however you might need it. I don't know how much help I'll be, but you know, I'm absolutely fascinated by this machine here. So if there's anything I could do to help,
Ha! Yes, yes. Well, there is something, but you know what I was thinking about? It's how we even came up with the machine in the first place. You see, Keela, she's from these parts, and she used to see these dogs that would come around her village. They weren't very nice dogs, but the curious thing about them is how they moved. They would just blink in and out of existence. And she reached out to me and said, what if we could move that way?
no, there's dogs that teleport.
Yeah, she called them blink dogs. Can you believe that?
Blank dogs. I'm now writing this down with a horribly crude sketch of a dog blinking in and out of existence.
Well, now that you mention it, there is one thing you can do for me.
Of course.
Killa did not keep many of her reserves of these crystals in here for fear what it might cause if there was an explosion or an accident of some sort. She buried them not too far in the forest. So there is a map on the other room, that you can use to try and find them. It should take you maybe 10, 20 minutes at most, from the way she explained it.
Absolutely. I'd love to be of service. So just find the map and find the crystals and bring them back here.
As you step into the room, it's going to be on one of the shelves to the left, at highest, if I recall.
All right. Yeah. No, I can do that. Absolutely. I'll be right back then. And I'm immediately gonna beeline for where this map is.
Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll an investigation for this, but uh, as you come into a room, as I said, the room itself doesn't seem to have a shape to it, but there is a shelf that is kind of prominent, and you cannot reach the top shelf first of all, but you do see a piece of paper if you're looking at it from a distance that is kind of sticking out.
Can I just grab one of the chairs?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I grab one of the chairs and stand up on it to grab the map.
It is going to take still a bit of climbing. This is a huge bookshelf.
Okay.
Do you climb?
Yeah, I'm climbing.
All right. Did the rest of you follow and see this, or?
And as Farrah's waiting to ask something.
Okay.
Probably followed because she's interested. She kind of wants to see if it's something that she could go
Okay.
investigate too.
Easy enough with some effort and taking it easy. You do manage to reach this piece of paper, and it is actually not a map. It is directions relative to the door. You can kind of surmise from how it is written that whatever cache this was of crystals that she had is probably buried to the northeast of the entrance. But you have that in your possession at the moment.
Okay.
Zafira, you wanted to ask something?
Yeah, she just gets out some paper and a quill or something and says, these crystals, Mr. Puddleblock, are they uniform or are they all exactly the same as the previous one? Is there a preference for which one you want?
I would suppose she made them all the same shape. You see, this is a very finicky machine, if you hadn't noticed.
Hmm.
It does require a certain consistency to it. So, if you see any that look like this, and looking at the crystal, it is a big crystal. It is about the size of a human head. And knowing about serpents and how few there are, this is actually more than likely the biggest ones you guys have ever seen. But it is shaped like almost like a diamond shape, but far more sides to it. So, this is what I need, and mostly because this one is about to be exhausted very soon.
In that case, I shall run out with Mercy and see if we can't bring those back to you. And I want to get home as soon as possible.
Wonderful, and your friend, the cook, is he making anything this morning?
I believe he said he was going out to scavenge for food. He said there were dogs. We should probably go help him.
Yes,
I'll be right
yes.
back. And she runs, realizing and connecting the fucking dots together.
All right, so you guys that are scavenging or foraging, you rolled. Let me take a look. Survival
13.
13. All right. Your friend the cook. No, so 13. All right. What are you hunting or looking for specifically? Just anything?
Yeah, anything edible. Eggs, mushrooms, apples.
You are going to find after a few minutes of looking around, and once you actually get into the density of the forest itself, which the area around the door itself is bare for, I would say, about 20-30 feet. But once you get into the woods itself, um, it doesn't take you long to find these bushes, and on the bushes there are berries. Give me a nature if you want to surmise if these are fine, and this can be both of you if you want.
Can I use my herbalism kit?
Sure. Why not?
What stat?
You can make it wisdom.
$19.
Yeah, looking at them, they almost seem like blueberries. You haven't seen this kind before, but you know, if you take the time to surmise whether these are actually edible, um, even if you put some on the tip of your tongue or whatever you want to do, you're going to um, ultimately decide that these are absolutely edible and that's quite tasty. Aside from that, not too far, you do hear a bird chirping, and accompanied by it are other chirps, not literally right next to it. So, if you look in that direction, you will see a nest, and it's going to be about 10 feet off the ground.
Ah, sweet. Jackpot. Ruli, you want to collect some of these while I go see if I can get some eggs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the best. I'm going to climb up to the nest and start. I got my, like, what would be a coin pouch, but it has, like, one coin in it. I'm going to take the one coin and stick it in my belt and just start trying to collect eggs to put in the pouch.
Before you get to that, the the chill itself has gone away, but it is still very early in the morning. You're fighting frost all the way up to that nest, so I do need. I'll give you a choice of athletics or acrobatics. However, you're getting up to that.
14.
Not your best climbing, but um, you do manage to get up there. Uh,
Slippery.
yeah, it is very slippery. And as you arrive, you're going to see two nests. One that was not immediately visible to you, and then the other one, the one that actually has some eggs. The one that wasn't immediately visible to you is the one where you heard the chirping.
I'm going to look in. There's probably babies in there.
Absolutely. Um, they seem to be connected almost, but the other nest, you're looking at an owl that is just staring back at you.
Yeah, if I see the mamas here. Well, no eggs this morning then.
Uh, that owl is going to start moving towards you on the branch and push the eggs, the nest itself, in your direction. And you can swear that it gives you a wink as it flies off.
I was going to yell back in Sylvan. I don't know you nothing.
You hear a giggle.
And I'm going to take the eggs and put them in softly into the coin pouch.
Oh, did you make a friend up there?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that, yeah. I got the feeling it was like another druid, you know. I can't fly though. I can do animal shapes, but I'm not really good at them. Yeah. You know, come in clutch, but I don't prefer it.
Common clutch.
Yeah, you know, that's just Feywild slang.
Yeah, they do say that in the Feywild.
That's right. It hasn't made it here yet, but it will. Don't worry about it. I'll get it going.
The summer court has been spreading that.
You do have quite a unique mode of speech.
Yeah, partially raised myself, you know, but you know, talking to dream creatures and just nature, you know, you just learn some weird words. I guess people said it was weird.
Around this time, because of the way you guys headed off, you're not gonna see them immediately, but you do hear footsteps, and that is the rest of you guys. Um, Not visible, but you know, in the general area.
As we exit into the winter, I will have pulled my scarf up around my face and also pulled the back of it up like a hood. So I've kind of got like a whole hood and face mask thing going on with my scarf.
The three of you, as you exit the door, what are you doing?
I guess. Oh, you go ahead.
I think we got told last session to not close the door. So, like, while we were all out, not to slam it or something.
Okay. Easy enough. You can find a rock, probably the same one that was used the night before, to keep the door open. But you are going to see this owl flying out of the trees and heading off into the distance. And from that same owl, you almost hear a childlike giggle as it flies away.
Oh, I don't like that.
But yeah, you guys are in the general area. You guys are free to roleplay here, I guess, for a second.
I'm going to shout in Goblin, Zorki, Zorki, where are you?
I assume I hear that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are pretty close to each other. You're just not visible because of the brush, the forest itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna land out of the tree. It seems like they decided Merc decided to come out. Maybe didn't have enough questions for Mr. Puddleblock. I got, you know, pushed away. So you need help collecting those berries? Are you good?
She's definitely working on it. Yeah.
I'm gonna yell back, "Hey, Merc, we're in here, getting berries."
Over that way. And I'm loosely gesturing to everybody else. I'll think they're over that way. We should probably find them and tell them what we're doing with the crystals and all that.
I'm gonna hide in a bush. I'm gonna get ready to jump out at him when he comes in.
Yeah, we should definitely also warn them about these dogs.
Oh yeah, the telewarp dogs.
Give me a stealth roll.
Hope you fail it.
Can I try to roll perception against that unnatural 20?
Yeah, dirty 20.
If you're looking for them, so go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Natural 20, baby. That's a 24.
As you're looking around, first of all, Rule isn't hiding, right? So you're gonna come across her.
Really standing there like, oh, where did Zorki go?
And not too far off from her, you're going to see this bush that just has red hair sticking out of it.
I'm going to walk right up to the bush, and I'm just going to grab Zorki by the scruff and pull him out.
You're getting good at that.
It's pretty easy to find you when you've got a tuft of red hair poking up.
That's true, yeah. You just came right in. You didn't say nothing. You didn't test it. I told you before, fey creatures, they could sound like any of us. You don't know.
Well, I didn't think about that. That's my bad. I just saw the red hair and knew it was you. I thought it was you.
Yeah, I thought I was
Speaking
gonna
of
get the drop on
unusual
you.
fey creatures, Tover said that there were teleporting dogs potentially in these woods.
Have
So
I
maybe
heard of
be
that before?
careful.
Give me I will give you the choice of Arcana or Nature.
Cool. All zeros. 15.
15. You have not seen these before, but in speaking with Masaryki and learning more about his side of the world, how things operate in other realms, uh, you have heard of dogs that are being trained or otherwise kept as pets, and they're very much fey. He doesn't refer to them as dogs, but from what you have surmised from talking to him, and if I say surmise one more time, punch me in the back of the head. Um, but from what you have learned talking to him, these operate in very similar ways. So they are pack animals ultimately, and they will travel in groups, and the way they attack is by teleporting in, attacking, teleporting out.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I heard of these before. You're gonna wanna. We're just gonna wanna stay close. If something comes in, punch it, whatever, bite it. If you're a dragon, you got the teeth. I got the teeth. I can bite them. Just make sure you don't let them get away. She really uncomfortable with me bringing up your dragon powers.
Don't often go on biting things as a first point of call, to be honest. I'm not as physically able as you might think I am, Zorki.
With sharp teeth like that, you don't go biting things?
I mean, you don't really see many people like me around. I don't really want to give people the wrong idea about me.
I feel they already got the wrong idea about you, so just do what you gotta do. Be yourself.
I don't think I know how.
Well, you studying those books, you go with magic?
I'd say I'm capable at the moment. I'm nowhere near as far as I'd like to be.
Think you can, hold something down with that magic or hit them from a distance?
Oh, distance? Definitely.
Oh, then we're good. They're good. You see something pop out, watch to see where it goes. It's usually looking in the direction it's gonna go, and you just shoot there.
Okay.
Although we don't have to stay out here any longer because we just got some berries, we got some birds' eggs. Got a fun story about that too. But when we go inside, we don't have any reason to be out here anymore.
When you say eggs, Mercy seems to perk up a little bit.
Yeah, I got the protein. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I'll do. I'm thinking about the dogs, so I'm starting to pull out my gunblade, which, as I said before, is this horrible crossbreed between a machete and a revolver. And I'm just holding it tightly in one hand, looking anxiously around. Do you think these blinky dogs? You think they're violent?
I think all dogs should be violent. Nature ones, not so much, but anything that's been touched by people, definitely.
But what if these blinky dogs haven't been touched by people?
I mean, they still gotta eat, Same reason I went up there and got these eggs.
I don't like it.
We travel in a bigger pack than they are. They might leave us alone. Just don't be by yourself,
Suppose that's a fair point. and I'm kind of glancing over everybody else in the party just as like a trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to be safe with all of you.
Poppy, you might want to stay close. We're little, we'll probably be the first ones taken, although, Mercy's body language says otherwise.
If I
They
see
might
him
go
from a
after him.
distance, I'll try and shoot.
Shooter too. Okay, good. So, but anyway, we have no reason to be out here anyways. So, but on the walk back, if you see one, but let's go cook.
Oh, wait, Zorki, we do actually have something else to do. I forgot. Mr. Puddleblock wanted us to collect some crystals out of the dirt. They got a secret stash buried.
I can't believe I forgot that. Thank you, Mercy. That would have been very embarrassing.
Mercy does not know how to respond to being thanked, so he just stiffens up.
See, I thought you came out to help us.
No, not like that.
Lest?
Give me a con save, I guess.
You have
God
a lot
damn
on
it.
your mind.
No, his spine stiffens up. For once, he has good posture, and he's well over 6 feet tall, which you probably wouldn't have noticed because of how shit his posture is.
Yeah, if he's that tall for more than 4 hours, he needs to consult a physician. Where's the closest cleric?
Oh no.
Don't have one.
Anyway, and I look at the map and try to figure out where we need to go.
Survival from you. Low DC, you're being assisted by a map, so roll with advantage.
Okay.
I see. I thought you came out here to look for me. We're fine.
14.
That's enough. The map is guiding you, like I said, to the northeast. It seems to describe. It's not a map, first of all, like I mentioned, but it is a set of notes. It seems to describe a pond where something big seems to have gone through at some point in the past. Trees are knocked over. Are you actually walking as you're looking at the notes?
I mean, yeah.
I'd be warning him, there's a branch. Don't step in that deer turd.
Oh, yep, right. Thank you.
So that is your ultimate destination, some pond where trees are knocked over, but the map does describe the way there, what to look for. I keep referring to it as a map, just assume it's not.
We got it.
But it's going to take you about 10 minutes to start hearing the sound of a flute being played in the distance and being played in the direction that you're going in.
I like that. That's pretty pleasant. Hey, hand me the bag real quick, Mike.
The bag. Oh, which bag? Oh, this bag. And I hand you the bag of holding.
I reach in and I pull out my loot.
Wait, hold on. We don't know who that is.
Oh, I'm
Oh, if
sorry,
they're
lyre.
bad.
My lyre, not a loot. It's a little harp.
But we don't know who that is, or if they want an accompaniment or anything like that. What if they're bad?
They're playing the music. They can't be that bad.
But what
Yeah.
if they are?
Nah, they're playing music. You don't usually get bad with music.
We haven't even seen them yet.
I got a vibe, they should be all right. I'll play my lyre. Maybe draw them out. Maybe they can answer some questions. About who is in the place. About these dogs. Maybe they know where they are.
I mean, maybe, but is the loot or the The flute. Is it
Right.
coming? No,
yeah, okay.
is the flute sound coming from the direction we have to go in?
Yeah.
Shit.
So I'm gonna play some music, just walk up there, and they hear music, they're playing music. Maybe either they'll vamoose or they'll let us in. Maybe answer some questions. Maybe they know where more food is.
Either way, we do need to get those crystals as a matter of urgency so we can, go home.
They're over where the crystals are.
Possibly.
In the direction.
If they don't want company, they'll go away, won't they?
I guess that's fair.
I'm gonna start playing my lyre, strumming the harp.
Okay. Anything in particular that you're playing?
It would be. I'd try to match it. Is this? I'm assuming it's like a common Fey melody.
You're actually hearing a very common song. But the flute that you're hearing, you have heard only in your dreams. That kind of pitch or just the way that it sounds. It's very foreign. It's got like a sort of a twang to it that's very unlike anything you've heard before.
Keep your eyes open for any backwoods satyrs. Those rural satyrs. They could be the worst.
A satyr?
You probably haven't seen them because you've never been to the Feywild. I go every night. They're like people with deer's legs and they got tails and horns and stuff. They're usually pretty kind. Some tricksters.
I'm gripping my gun blade like my life depends on it.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I was just kidding. There's that twang. It just kind of threw me off. Do you want me to roll anything for playing my lyre?
You say you're trying to match it? Then yes. Performance. Or if you actually have a lyre, so I'll give you a choice.
A whole 10.
A whole 10. Not your best, and definitely falters a bit to the point where as you start to match it, you're going to hear it, the flute itself just goes away. And you hear some whispering, loud whispering, coming from the direction that you guys are headed.
He's gonna yell at Sylvan. We're friends. We're just friends.
Go away!
We just need to get something real quick, and then we will. We're just on a mission. We just gotta pick something up. We're not gonna stay.
You're coming here!
Yeah, we're going there, right? I say in common to everybody.
I mean, you all have the map. Mercy?
Yeah, it's right over there.
Yeah, we're going there. We're just coming to you. We don't mean any harm. We just gotta pick something up, and we're head back where we're going. That's it.
You're interrupting our morning class? So make it quick.
We broke into a school, guys. They're teaching music, and I'm over here playing like a real a-hole,
I'm sorry, a school?
Yeah, how do you think they learn music? You gotta learn it from somewhere.
But it's out here in the middle of the woods.
Well, I mean, that seems like a natural assumption to make. I mean, some proficiency is needed, right?
What's your problem with the woods? We live in the woods, A lot of stuff goes down in the woods.
Well, I know, but not usually a school or a class or anything like that. I'm sorry. Let's just go.
I thought humans like camping or something. I don't know. So yeah, we're just walking in that direction. Just don't be too disruptive. I already done enough damage. They're trying to teach a class.
As you get there, you're fairly certain that you're in the right place. The only thing that is amiss is, well, a couple things are amiss. More immediate to your situation, whatever she described as a pond is not. It is a puddle. There are there's some moss growing in it. There's some flowers here and there, but you're looking at nothing more than a big puddle that's just stagnant. The trees have fallen over, as described in the map, but the way you guys are approaching this, you guys are approaching from an elevated distance. There's a ramp leading down, and then that is kind of where you see the trees. So the other thing that is amiss, across this little clearing, not even a valley fully, but a clearing, on a very similar ridge to yours, you're going to see, from your perspective, you're going to see 3 dogs that are laying down, and a man that is holding a flute, sitting against a rock. Is that you?
Yeah, but Josh, I'm gonna position Mercy between me and the dogs. Like I'm gonna edge around behind him as I'm talking. I'm gonna peek out and look. Yeah, but Josh.
Absolutely fantastic. You guys should have control of your tokens if you choose to move them.
Oh boy, that's a big map.
It is a big
It
map.
is. How big?
Oh, we got this Skyrim intro.
I didn't even switch that, so don't like that. Don't like that.
This is a good song. Skyrim is one of my favorite soundtracks.
And we have a dragon bone. Very fitting.
Ooh, I think we both skipped.
I didn't touch it actually. I was just messing with the volume on my end. It was too
Alright, I
loud.
got it. Alright, so I'll just be behind Mercy the whole time.
Well, what is it that you're here for? Why do you disturb my lessons?
Is he speaking in Sylvan or is he speaking in Common?
He is still speaking in Sylvan.
You guys know what we're here for? Is this the spot we walking through it? Mert?
For crystals, that a bad idea?
Apparently there's some crystals buried here. We just gotta grab them. We'll be out of your hair. You teaching those dogs how to play music?
Well, I'm teaching them, and you're going to see at the same time 3 women that were cuddling with the dogs apparently rise up into the air with the same butterfly kind of wings that I described to you before. Actually, to Ruli, Zorki, you're going to recognize them as pixies. And Ruli, you are going to recognize one of them as being the one that you saw the night before. Short hair, black short hair, very pale, but with piercing green eyes.
Really will point her out to Zorki. Oh, that's the one I saw.
And as you guys are taking a closer look, you're going to see as the dogs move and the pixies part out of the way itself. This isn't a man at all. You're looking at what Zorki just described to you. This is a satyr.
Actually, I told you they existed. And pixies. Wow. I didn't think I'd actually meet any in person. That's incredible. Don't make any deals. None of us.
Yeah, there's one problem with that actually, if you don't mind. And now he is speaking in common. Uh, the the crystals belong to us.
It's real unfortunate. They actually belong to Mr. Tover Puddleblock, my friend's hero.
Well, is he you? Sorry, is he in the habit of just leaving things in the ground in the middle of the forest?
Yeah, people in society are real weird. So they just like to claim spots. They build cities on it and stuff. But we'll get these crystals. I can help. We'll make sure we don't disturb too much of the forest. We'll be out of here. I think we only need a couple of them anyway.
I tug at Zorki.
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Can you tell him we just need one? Maybe that'll help.
We just need one. We just need to take one right now.
Which one?
They're all like the same, right? Is that what you were telling me as we were walking here? They're all like the same size.
There should be.
So we just need any of them, really. We just need to take one back. We're trying to get home. You can probably respect that, right?
Ashra, bring out the crystals. And one of the pixies, the one that you actually saw the night before, is going to uh, go into the trees and immediately come back. They're, they're too heavy. And you see another pixie follow her. And between the two of them, after a few seconds, and if you guys have moved around at this point, you can move. Give it about 30 feet or so. God damn, is that 30 feet?
The 45. Oh, 30 feet, like from where we are.
From where you started.
Okay.
You're like, no, motherfucker, I'm gonna be right in his face.
Most greased up goblin there's ever been.
See, I thought we were just, coming at it like a neutral party. So.
Well, when I say 30 feet, give it your natural, like, one-turn movement.
Yeah,
But
it's only 30 at this point.
after a few, not even a minute, they come dragging this huge to them box towards the satyr. And he's gonna start looking through it. Is this it? And he's gonna bring out a very small crystal. And looking at it, it's not even a seraph crystal, it is a pearl.
That's not it. And I'm saying that quietly to Mercy or not to Mercy, to Zorki for him to relate to them.
Sphere would lean down and say, they're supposed to be about yay big, like human head sized, heavily faceted. It's like a big diamond.
Human head size. Got it. It goes back into the box. Rummages just a bit, and after a few seconds, he does pull out a crystal that seems to match the description that you gave him. Well, I would bet my life that this is it.
It's a pretty intense bet.
I think he's right. I think he's right.
Merc says that's the right one. Yeah.
Well then, what do you want for it? What can you give me for it? And you see all the dogs turn to look in your direction in unison.
This is your guys' thing. I ain't got nothing. I got a gold piece. I'll make you some food, but keep the dogs back, please.
Oh, they're fine. They're attending class. You're interrupting. It's kind of rude of you, actually. You do know that, right?
Well, if we join class.
I think I speak common better than this guy.
Yeah, he gets nervous, you know.
So, you want to attend my class?
For the crystal.
I'm like looking right up at Ruli. Hey, Miss, you seem like the diplomatic type, right? You work with people quite a bit.
Yes, I do.
You want to take this over before Merc hurts himself?
Oh, I thought he was doing quite fine.
You don't have to lie to him. You're
I
very,
mean,
you're
I
very
wouldn't-
nice, lady. You're very
He's
nice.
being so brave, you know.
Yeah, you normally he'd just be like, hiding behind me, but I'm hiding behind him right now, and it's a weird place.
It's
but-
an improvement over normal. You know, I didn't want to discourage.
I just kind of like bend over and hug my knees to my chest and cover my face.
Oh.
rubbing his back. Yeah, you did well, Mark, but I think we need some like a professional here. They're
Really
asking
will
for
like
stuff.
ruffle his hair.
Just know we're working with fake creatures. They take bargains seriously.
Yeah,
Would you want to play me for it? She pulls up like a dice game.
Play you for it. Do you
Yeah,
actually
have you ever
a,
played Liar's Dice?
So you actually have a kit.
I do have a dice set, yes.
Okay. Well, the lesson sounded interesting, but now that you're offering, maybe. What are your terms? What are you offering in return?
Really came rather lightly dressed. She'll do you like coinage? And she'll hold up a gold coin.
Sister. Do you see where we live? Oh, I have no need for that, but that shy one over there, the one that's, what is he doing? Is this a mantra? Is this
I think he's meditating, yes.
wonderful? That will come in handy. How about him? I like him. He wants to attend the lessons after all.
So you would like to earn the right to teach him music?
Oh no, I'd just keep him. He can stay with us.
Oh, I don't know that is. Do we have anything else? Poppy, Saphira.
Well, to be fair, you did make it sound like you're out of your theft here, or like you are not home all your lives for his. Sounds like a fair deal to me.
She'll huddle with she'll like lean down to Mercy. I wouldn't really want to trade you. As confident as I am, I could very well lose a game.
Mercy's just shaking. Just this entire situation is too overstimulating for him, and he's just shaking.
So is that a yes?
Well, give me a moment to converse with the others.
Zorki, we are talking about trading Mercy for, well, betting Mercy for crystal on a game of die.
With a very shaky hand, I put my entire gold pouch into Ruli's hand and just kind of gesture like, try this, do this, offer them this.
You can't bet up my man Merc. I need him.
I had no intention of doing so. I'm trying to find any other options or.
Yeah, because Shia killing them all after this. If they take him, he's gone. I really don't want to do that. I didn't, we interrupted a nice class. These are people I've been looking for almost my whole life. I didn't even know they existed for reals. I knew they existed somewheres, but not here.
Are you guys talking softly amongst yourselves? Yeah. Okay.
Poppy, do you have any idea what we could trade him?
Not sure anything we could trade.
What about my lyre? I mean, it's a lot to me, but I'm willing to part with that before mercy.
Could you? I mean, feel free to offer.
Mr. Seder guy, what about my lyre?
Your lyre? Describe your lyre for me.
It would just be like a small harp.
Okay.
It's definitely Fey design.
Tell you what. Your lyre and 5 weeks of performance here. And I'll consider that a fair trade.
Looking at Mercy. It's been a long time. We might never be back home.
That is a lot of time.
Is it going to stay cold here forever, or is it going to get warm?
We make it cold. Just to keep the beasties out,
But you can make it warm where we're staying?
No, not at all.
I don't want to live in the cold for 5 weeks. That's a long time.
We make do. But, tell you what. If you win, I will give you this crystal. If you lose, how about my boys here can just have you for dinner? Sounds like a fair trade, right?
They good cooks or something? You got food? I don't mind being a guest for dinner. Normally I'm the one cooking.
Oh, no. You'll be the food, little man.
Oh, I don't like that much.
Well, you don't want to stay. You don't want to give up the big guy over there who is that a panic attack?
Oh, you recognize those. I didn't know they had them in the Feywild, too.
Some pixies here and there do have them every once in a while, but, they're not that common. Certainly not in the presence of strangers, but here he is, I guess.
Listen, Mr. Stater, we don't want to get violent. We just want to take our crystal and get out of your hair so you can have your class.
Well, let's go back to that. You wanted to attend the class. So attend the class, and then you can tell me what you want to do.
As long as I don't got to sit next to the dogs.
What was that?
As long as I don't have to sit next to the dogs, I guess so. Wouldn't mind learning how to play a flute. Sounds like the best option, guys, right?
Mercy's just nodding.
I don't feel particularly great
Mercy?
about any of this.
Merly's going to kind of like wave her hand over you, and there's going to be like a soft, audible sound of waves, like the ocean, like your pebble did. It's going to last about a minute.
It definitely seems to calm him down. He starts to sort of ease up a little bit as he hears the waves.
All right, guys. We are coming up on halfway. So, what do you guys say we take a break right here and come back in
Think
about?
about our course of action.
Yeah, come back in about 10 minutes. Take your time and think about it, and pick up. And we are back. So, you have been offered to sit in on this lesson, this flute lesson, and you guys are currently considering it. Is the vibe I got?
We sure
mean-
are thinking.
I mean, anything to give us kind of more time to think of more options, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, I don't really want to attack these people. Not for Crystal. You know,
yeah.
how far can it be to walk back? You know.
Well, come and have a seat. I don't have any spare flutes for you, but you can definitely watch.
None of you play instruments. None of you.
I've never really explored that area of performance.
How do you wind down after a good meal?
Study.
Like reading books?
Mhm.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, it's perfectly alright to immerse yourself in another world or learn about a whole new field of magic. Learning always calms me down.
See, I go into another world when I dream, so I got that covered. No other instruments. Huh? Well, you're about to learn. This guy seems pretty good.
And do all of you join him? How far are you sitting? Just for my own general knowledge.
I don't know. You want me to move 30 feet at a time till I
No,
get there?
you can move.
I'd be keeping a pretty decent distance, just not looking comfortable with this at all.
Yeah, it would be close-ish, but not fucking, in their face.
I'm gonna assume Erza, was it, is the one I'm sitting beside right now?
Yes. So you're sitting next to her, and she's going to wave at you, almost up to your face, and she is going to sit on your shoulder if you allow it.
Oh, I will. And I'll say, I didn't get you get a chance to say, but you have lovely hair, by the way.
She's gonna start speaking to you in Sylvan, but she's talking your fucking ear off for for the time being.
Can I reiterate what she's saying?
Yeah.
I'll act as translator here.
She's talking about the forest and how it's been a rough few days, almost no food in the nearby areas. Nothing that has anything to do with whatever Ruli said. Clearly did not understand. But do you translate back?
Yeah, like a rough, like I can't keep up word for word, so I'm just giving like a rough summary at the end of every thought.
Do you translate back to the pixie?
Yeah,
What?
I'll translate back and forth, but I'll just I'll ask her. I'll be like, "You guys having trouble finding food?"
The dire wolves have come in, and usually they leave after a little while, but they seem to be sticking around. So
Direwolves?
dire wolves.
More dogs. What? We need to get out of here, Mark. We need to get out of here fast. There's so many different types of dogs here.
Well, that's why we have these just in case.
They said they've got a direwolf problem.
It sounds like it, yeah, but I mean, I guess I wouldn't be opposed to killing some wolves.
Could
They
we
kind of have it coming.
could we maybe take care of some of the direwolves in return for the crystal?
Are you asking the satyr?
No, I'm just suggesting this to Zorki.
I'll ask him. I'll be like, hey, Mr. Sata, heard you got a direwolf problem. If we go take care of those, you give us a crystal?
Well, first of all, what is your name?
I think about it. Oh, the way you asked really didn't. Okay, it is Zorki.
Zorki. I'm Orc. Obviously not an orc. It's just my name. I don't even know what my parents were thinking. Don't bring it up. I'm Orc. And, well, you're looking to get rid of the direwolves in exchange for this crystal. I suppose that would not be a bad trade, as long as you leave the other ones.
What other ones? Oh, the other crystals?
Yes.
Yeah, we just need the one. Plus, we could split the meat. It'd be a good trade,
Now, are you still looking to stay for the music lesson?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. Your music sounded good. I don't know about these other guys, though. Oh, you can say that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The satyr is looking around. I'm sorry, what is happening?
You can say what you're saying.
Oh, sort of while this is going down, as Erza's talking Ruli's ear off, she's just gonna kind of nod, pretend like she and encouragingly, I guess, and hand her a berry.
She is gonna take it and she is going to start munching on it rather eagerly. And you don't understand it, but Zorki does. She just says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you."
And she's grateful. I think she got some sisters though. If you want to pot with a couple more berries.
Yeah, I'll place. Actually, I'll place 4 on my shoulder there.
The orc doesn't take it, but the rest of the pixies do come around and take one each. They're like these are huge berries to them, so you're giving them more than enough food. And there is one remaining berry that just gets eaten by the closest dog to you, which, by the way, I have not described. These aren't dogs in the way that you would be accustomed to thinking of a dog. They are hairless, and instead of instead of ears, it seems like they have these horns, like deer horns, growing. There is a menacing look to them, but for the time being, that menace is not directed at you. These dogs are just laying around and um, being doggy. Is the best way I can describe it.
So they're like the furthest thing from mastiffs then, so I'm probably not terrified of them.
It's
I don't like
actually a good
mastiffs.
point. No, you would not be terrified. In fact, you would sense a very fey presence to them. So, um,
Yeah,
it,
then I'd
it
approach closer.
it almost would not register as dogs to you.
So do you guys want to sit in on this lesson? Or we just want to go hunt? I'm cool either way.
Guess it's whatever Orc prefers. Surely we've already intruded enough, I feel. I wouldn't want to overstay the
Well,
welcome.
since you bother me, I and my lesson, I wouldn't mind having a few more students. It's very rare to come around these parts. But up to you. I will not consider that part of the deal. How's that?
Look, is that okay?
I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
I was just asking Zorki, like, is that okay? Is that
Yeah, it's just not part of the bargain. You know, our deals get wolves, we get the crystal. It just seems like he is really, you know, he just really wants to demonstrate his music to somebody.
Hmm.
He's passionate about what he's doing. I can respect that,
Yes. Very understandable.
but I
I
won't
don't
make y'all sit here.
I don't have a problem sitting on a lesson. I'm always down to learn more.
Yeah, same here. I'm interested to learn more.
As fight music starts.
Let me switch that for you guys.
I got that. I got that.
All right.
I guess as everybody kind of comes to a consensus that we're going to stay for the lesson, I never sit down, but I at least sheathe my gun blade on my hip.
Okay.
Yeah, the hand comes off the spoon.
All right. Um, After a few moments, he is going to bring the flute back up to his lips, and this flute is intricate. It is very, very fine designs throughout. You see leaves, and if you're looking close enough at the flute while this is happening, you're almost going to see a story written on the flute itself through the designs. It's a story of um, being happy and being a part of a community. and then something happens, some event, and towards the front of the flute itself, you see sadder designs. Uh, you see a struggle with beasts. One of them almost looks like a dire wolf, and that is where the design ends. But he's going to look at you and say, "Are you ready to begin your lessons then?"
We don't got flutes, but yeah.
You won't need them. Not immediately. What he does next is bring the flute to his lips, and he begins to play. At the beginning, all you, except for Zorki, anyone that wants to can give me an Arcana to see if you can discern this.
Don't forget to call out your roll.
24.
I got 17. I was muted. Whoops.
All right, and Poppy got 9.
I'll have to fill mine.
Wait, what happened?
I don't think Ruli would really get it, so I'm gonna say that she failed it.
So, along with Zorki, Zafira and Merrick, you guys will recognize this almost immediately. He's not playing a song. He is playing, much like his flute, a story. And it's not really... You cannot understand how you're making this out. But every note he plays, it seems like a spoken word to you. After a few minutes, most of you will pick this up. The story itself is about finding a way in a foreign land. It is about how far from nature everything here seems to have come. And it is about trying to get back home. As he plays, the rest of the pixies join in on their own flutes. And you do not hear notes. You hear crying. While their faces are fully cheerful, everyone here is. Nothing that seems to come from their song matches anything that they're doing. Any emotion in their face. All of you will gain proficiency with a flute.
Nice. I am ugly crying right now. Zorki is just bawling like a baby, you know, just wiping snot off his nose. Just ugly crying to the music.
I'm almost crying in real life at that description. Spirit's probably like got like the tear and then not quite realizing what's happened and been like, oh.
Poppy's definitely very touched by everything.
I am going to give you a choice here to gain proficiency with a flute or a pan flute. For the purposes of this, it's absolutely fine. Mercy, you looked like you were about to say something.
I was just going to say that Mercy just looks completely enraptured by this. Like almost from, he's almost got this look of indifferent interest. Like he's not emotionally attached to this, but something about the way all of this is happening has him totally fixed.
Okay. And at the end of this, he puts the flute away. Well, did you enjoy your lesson? And there seems to be no sadness coming from him. It all seems to have evaporated at the end of the song.
Looking up, like, just from my side with a big pouty lip. We're gonna kill those wolves for your brother. Shame. Shame, brother. It's just shame.
The way that you convey stories and information through music, how do you do that?
Do your songs not do that?
Not on such a intimate level, nothing like that.
Well, perhaps you should find better songs and play better music.
But there was a distinctly arcane element to the way that you played music. That's what I'm interested in, the way that you magically conveyed these images and messages through playing an instrument. That's not something that normal people can do. How do you accomplish that?
Weren't you a wreck a few moments ago? What happened?
I don't know. I just sorry, and I back down.
Well, if you like, I can definitely keep you around for quite a while.
No, nothing like that. I've got places to go and things to do.
I can definitely teach you, just how I consider it. But yes, the wolves, they're... What's I gonna say? Oh, the wolves are over by the northwest from here.
DM was touched by his own music.
Yeah, the music just distracted me. It's like in my ears.
I suppose we should probably go then. I
Right.
Yeah, you're all capable, you said? You can do magics and shoot. I just don't want nobody getting hurt, you know. You all
Yeah, you
seem
get-
like really good people.
If they get too close, there's not a great deal I can do, but at a distance, I should be.
As long as we have each other's backs, we should be all right. Because they will attack in packs, you know. So we should probably not stay too far away from each other.
As you guys are getting up and planning this, I need one more wisdom saving throw from Ruli, as you are getting kissed on the cheek by a pixie.
Pretty sure that was a Seal song.
That is a 5.
That's amazing. One thing you guys do see is this pixie, just after that kiss, just giggles and runs away. And now your party consists of Mercy, Zorki, Poppy, Zafira, and a cow.
I'm gonna like double take. Really?
No, Zorki. That's Mooley.
Moo.
Why did I not think of that?
The soft little moo.
Was that
Damn it.
polymorph?
That was polymorph.
Okay, so definitely can't convey.
Hmm.
You see the rest of the pixies, and From just being around them this time, you get the feeling that they're sisters. But they just scatter off, and the satyr is just laughing to himself, playing a few notes on his flute. Well, now you have a ride there, at the very least.
Could have been a fast animal.
Not up to me.
Can you possibly um, never mind, never mind.
Oh, can Rui understand us?
She can. She keeps her mental attributes, so yes, she can.
I'm gonna sit down for
Oh,
10
can I
minutes
speak?
while everybody's packing up, just so I could communicate with Rui using speak with animals.
Yeah, Plymouth creature can't speak or do things that require hands or speech, but obviously you keep your mental stats. You are like aware. You just don't have the same physical stats because you're a
Yep.
cow.
You are going to see at some point the dogs haven't got away, and the nearest dog is approaching very slowly, like almost like doing that crouching shit when dogs are like trying to be sneaky. Uh, Approaching its hind leg and licking its lips.
Oh no, this is our friend. You can't have this one.
Are you
Rui,
saying
in
that in
there?
Sylvan?
Yeah.
It's gonna look sad, but it just stops. It doesn't shy away or anything. But you guys are free to speak.
I'm gonna pull out like a ration, which is like just a bit of dried meats and cheeses, and not really my thing, but you know they're backup, and I'm just gonna offer them to the dogs.
He takes it very eagerly and goes about his business. But you guys
Uh,
can talk.
yeah, you could talk to me, Ruli. I cast speak with animals.
Trying to think of the how.
The appropriate reaction to being turned into a steak.
I assume we're heading west as we're talking.
It's up to you guys.
This isn't like some sort of permanent change.
No, I don't think so. They're little jokers, you know. They're just pranking you. They're just messing with you. Hopefully, it'll be gone in an hour. If not, I've heard of this done before. Maybe if I like push you off a cliff or something, you know, punch you real hard.
I don't know if that'll be necessary.
It doesn't have to be a tall one. You just gotta sustain a little bit of damage. I think. I don't know. It's in theory. I've never actually seen this done before.
It'll
Not
probably
in real
just
life.
square
He
off
did make
on
a-
its
he-
own.
He did make a joke about riding. Please don't ride me.
I don't plan on it. You're much slower than I
Okay,
am.
thank you. Yeah, okay.
You are going to feel, however, Mooley, there's definitely something in between your shoulder blades. None of you can see it, but it's like shifting on your back, and every once in a while you feel like two taps on either side of your shoulder blades. Something is riding you. It's just not visible.
I'll roll my shoulders for a sec. You know,
Does it
through my
hurt?
nose. No, it doesn't really hurt. I think maybe someone's having a little too much fun.
All of you do hear a giggle at that.
Can I reach out and grab at wherever that giggle came from?
You can, absolutely. Let me roll for it. What is your dex score?
That's a +3. or 16.
Close enough. I'm going to say that you feel it, and if you take a moment, then yeah, you'll be able to grab it.
Hold it up. Can you please let my friend go? We're trying to kill these wolves for you, and yeah, you're doing us a disservice.
I thought he was. Sorry, I thought she was more useful this way.
Nah, she knows magics and stuff, I guess.
Seems pretty magical to me, but if you insist. Ruli all of a sudden appears right next to you, and the cow is gone. Almost in
Just gonna
a.
kind of dust off her shirt.
This is how you treat people that give you berries, huh?
I thought it was funny, but never mind.
Should go do it to one of them dogs.
The dogs don't like it. They come back and bite us. My sister almost lost her wing.
That's unfortunate. You coming with us? You gonna help us fight these wolves?
I'll stick around and see how it looks. How's that?
I guess. Just don't turn nobody else into cows or nothing.
Can't promise that, but I'll try.
Roll my eyes. Come on, guys. You gotta be around here somewhere. I'm gonna start looking for tracks.
Survival.
Let's call that an 18.
The very first tracks that you see are going to be normal critters, and you're not looking at footprints, you're looking more at disturbances on the ground. Here and there, you see holes, you see breaks in the pattern of the brush that has fallen to the ground. And nothing at first seems to catch your attention except for about 20 minutes in, you're going to see some scratches on a tree. And that's when you first see it. These massive indentations on the leaves themselves, the ones that have fallen to the ground. And you seem to be on a track to something big, although you can't really tell what it is at first.
Guys, we're getting close. Just gotta keep my composure here. Don't like dogs.
I reach down and kind of like put my hand on your shoulder, push you behind me a little bit, and just tell me where to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out the tracks and guide them.
Okay. It is going to take you guys the better part of an hour to get to these dogs, but you don't lose them. They're not trying to hide from you. What you're looking at is a clearing. And in this clearing, there is a ledge of some sort of rock. But nestled at the bottom of it, you're going to see 3 massive wolves and a couple of cubs that are playing with some kind of meat. They do not seem to be paying attention to you guys solely because they're huge and you guys are pretty far away at this moment. And they're sleeping.
Slap Merc on the shoulder. There they are. There they are. See him right there.
Yeah, I'll see him. And I'm gonna kind of like crouch down a little bit and draw my gun blade.
Around this time, As the cubs are playing, one of them gets the whatever meat they had in their teeth all to himself and tosses it playfully in your direction. And one of the cubs, which is about the size of a medium-sized dog, comes running over to it and stops dead in its tracks and looks at you, and then just crouches with its front paws and gives you a little bark, like a yelp.
Yeah, we should probably handle this. Get them before they come up on us.
To give you guys an idea, because of the way I planned this, there isn't going to be a battle map if you guys choose to engage these dogs. What's going to happen is you guys are about 70 feet away from the main group of dogs or wolves. So we'll just describe this theater of mind kind of deal.
I'm down with that.
All right.
I don't want to be the guy who attacks the puppy.
Okay.
But I might have to be the guy who attacks the puppy, since there is a puppy right by us.
I would happily do it.
Give me an animal handling.
$18.
This puppy is not threatening you in any way, shape, or form. It is just being playful. It is barking, and it might potentially wake up the ones that are sleeping, but right now it's not actually like trying to come at you in any way, shape, or form.
I reach out and try to like rub its snout to make it stop barking.
It is a distance away, but if you extend your hand, it's gonna come over.
Okay, I extend my hand. Does it come over? When it comes over, does it stop barking?
It stops because it is curious, and shortly after, one of the other ones follow. Keeping their distance, it doesn't come all the way to your hand, but right now you have their attention, and your attention somehow stops barking itself.
God, you really got to make killing dire wolves make me feel guilty, huh?
You thought this was gonna be easy? Like, nah.
You piece of shit.
Moral dilemma. Dogs is dogs, Merc. We gotta take care of them all.
Yeah, but look at them. I mean, they're just. Now, I mean, you're right. We need the crystal, and they're just.
I mean, I can ask them to leave if you want. I could talk to them again, but it's just I don't like them. Be close.
I'll be close. I'll be close. Just try to, maybe settle this diplomatically.
Yeah, diplomatically with wolves. Good luck. I gotta sit down and do like a couple of hand gestures as he plays with the puppy. If I got 10 minutes, I'm ritual casting it.
What are you trying to do?
Speak with animals.
You can start casting it at the very least. We'll see what
Okay.
happens, but it is 10 minutes. So, what are
Yep.
the rest of you doing?
Probably
I'm-
just observing from afar, I think. Kind of where that anything Sphere can do is quite long range, so she probably doesn't want to be big and purple and sticky out as much.
Okay.
Poppy is definitely like same with Mercy, like empathetic towards the little puppies and is wanting to be nice, but knows that probably ultimately we can't be, but is also trying to be like sympathetic.
Okay. Is anyone actually taking any actions during this time? I guess I should say. I'm going to take that as a no.
I mean, I'm not. I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing, like holding out my hands to the dogs and trying to like keep them from barking and making a bunch of noise while Zorki casts his spell.
Uh, I said there are three, right?
You said
Direwolves.
there were 3 big direwolves,
Right.
and then a couple of puppies.
I'm going to roll 2 perception checks because they don't actually do. Hold on. I'm gonna roll 1 perception. Um, if it is higher than a 15,
It's a dirty 20.
as they're sleeping, as you guys are hanging out, trying to cast this spell, briefly, one of the bigger dire wolves is going to open its eyes, look around, and if you're looking at it, you get the idea that it's looking for the puppies and doesn't see them immediately. Following the trail that they left and sniffing around, it does manage to catch their eyes, and they are now looking at you. And you hear this low growl as the rest of the wolves begin to awake.
I just slowly start backing off a little bit with my hands up, but not straying far from Zorki, like staying right by his side.
The wolves um, all rise, first of all, and you hear the one that is looking at you, the initial one, um, give some kind of signal, some bark, or a bark and a gesture, and they do begin to kind of go in separate directions, but they're definitely heading towards you.
How far along is Zorki in casting his spell by this point?
You're around 7 minutes.
Still doing those hand gestures, you know.
I'm gonna pull out a ration and set it down.
Where are you setting it down? Towards the puppies or
Towards the
dire wolves?
puppies.
Okay. One of them, the the one that is farthest away from Zorki, comes and sniffs at it. Uh, I'm going to take your previous animal handling to carry over. Initially, because of the way the parents are growling, it has become very skittish. But with some reassurance, if you're giving any, or just the way you're standing, it does finally muster up the courage to grab the ration and edge a few feet away. Uh, One of the bigger wolves is going to, instead of circling you guys, it's going to come towards the puppy that is eating. The rest are still approaching.
I'm just hoping this is enough time bought to get Zorki to cast that spell.
Is anyone else doing anything during the last 3 minutes?
Vera's just keeping herself low to the ground, hood up, trying to make herself seem non-threatening. And at this, like, if it looks like something's gonna go wrong, she's kind of getting ready to do a blast if need be.
Okay. If it comes to combat, if nobody else is doing anything, it probably will, just to let you know. But if it does come to that, you all have a moment to ready an action. Because these are wolves.
I'm readying an attack in case they start drawing in.
Okay. For Poppy, Olivia, readying an action just means that if there's a trigger, a specific trigger, like let's say they move within 5 feet of you, you can have an action ready, such as an attack.
So is that like getting a weapon, like a short bow or something like that, like prepped?
You can have it prepped, as long as you're not like swinging it wildly in the time being. But if you take your time, if you're careful with it, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. But if they do approach you, and if they're right in front of you, you do have that option to attack at that point. Use your ready action.
Okay, so I will ready my short bow then.
Okay. What is your trigger?
I guess like within a certain distance.
Okay. Can we say 15 feet?
Sounds
Okay. Anybody else?
I don't think we really would ready anything at this point.
Go ahead and roll initiative at this point, guys.
Zafira with the natural 20?
Oh, you gotta add
28.
us manually because you changed the map.
Oh,
My bad.
goddamn you.
I'll do that.
I don't know if you have to. You might have to bring the tokens out or just write them down.
Just in
this
case
appears
anyone's wondering
quite
why the
alert.
wizard has such a bonus to the initiative, it's my feet.
Okay.
First combat, guys.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Woo!
All
No
right.
diplomacy.
Some actually. The wolf. I'll mark him actually. The wolf on the right of you, and you guys can set your tokens up however you believe you approached. But this one over here, and just to check, this one over here is the one that is crouching by a cup of puppy and approaching slowly. Mercy, that would mean that you're a little closer than that.
Probably be on the other side of me. Yeah, it'd be right there.
Yeah, over there. But you could have thrown the meat or what have you. It's currently growling at you, but it doesn't seem intent on attacking. But Zafira, you're up first. This isn't gonna be a hard combat, guys.
I mean, which is the one that's not with the puppy? Sorry.
The one on the left and the one's dead center. And there is no cliff here. We're just using this for like a mental picture.
You can color code them.
Oh, sure. Actually.
Yeah, we got
I
blue.
think, yeah, with them just getting too close, I think she's just gonna launch a firebolt at Centre Boy.
Go for it.
Hiya!
Definitely hits.
Yeah. Oh, great. Cool.
For 2 damage.
2 fire damage.
2 fire damage. Alright.
That's my turn.
That is your turn. Alright. This one over here. Getting impatient. Is going to come all the way to Zafira. And Zafira. So 14 hit you?
Can I use my reaction to cast shield?
Okay.
Which would make it not hit me.
Alright. That's gonna be him. Zorki, that is you.
Alright, yeah, if I see this thing run in, my concentration on that channel's broken. Alright, they're coming in, Mike! Gonna throw Guiding Bolt at it.
Go for it.
Smell.
For 25.
Absolutely hits. Roll damage.
Yeah, first level. So I'm not using Fury of the Small for that, so just 12.
12 damage, alright. Definitely leaves. Describe how your guiding bolt looks for us.
So it's like a two-part thing. So anybody around me is going to see like my tattoo on my chest start to light up in places, as well as the one on my bicep. And I shoot this like beam of like sparkles at it and just collides with it and illuminates it for a second as the constellation of the archer forms on my tattoos, and I'm gonna follow through with a smaller bolt with the archer thing.
Alright.
Really, yeah, throw the 2 in there for Fury of the Small. That happened.
Okay. We can do that. Mercy, you are up.
I got my archer attack.
Oh, go for it.
That is with advantage.
Definitely
24.
hits. Go for it.
That one does not have the 2. So, and another 8.
Yeah, this thing came at you with a purpose, and now it's looking beat up.
I hate dogs. I'm gonna kind of duck around behind Mercy after that.
Alright. Mercy, that's you.
I'm gonna rush towards this thing, and with a heavy overhand swing, just one-handed, I'm gonna hack at this thing's head. And I'm pulling my scarf up over my mouth as I do this.
Alright. Roll me an attack. Absolutely hits.
23, baby, let's go. $10 damage.
Alright. You hear a loud yelp as this thing just kind of falls to his side briefly and then gets back up. And now it's just yelping repeatedly. To the ones closest, it sounds very loud. But it's still looking at you like it means to attack. But it's looking up.
Bleep.
I'm sorry. It's looking messed up.
That's my turn.
Which one is this? This one, seeing you guys attack, is going to come forward. It's got 50 feet of movement. Which means, unfortunately, Zorki, as it leaves the cub behind. It's gonna take
Ah!
a bite at you.
That misses.
It absolutely does. That is his turn. I told you guys this was gonna be easy. Ruli, that is you.
Zafir, how did your firebolt look?
She just extended her finger, and a crackle of fire emerged basically from almost under the purple scales of her finger and just shot out in a small cone.
I'm sorry, I should have asked that myself. Yeah, thank you, Ruli.
So it's sort of a similar motion as Ruli flicks her wrist. I believe this is a disadvantage because it's in melee. But it's sort of a more yellowy, white trimmed flame. At the closest dog, that is a 13.
13 will just miss, unfortunately.
It will go wide. She's like, oh!
Oh, is Liv not on the tracker?
Nope.
I can fix that. No worries. And if it was a 19, then Liv will go up next.
Sorry, I rolled initiative and it said like no valid token was selected, so I
He
didn't know
moved
what
us.
to do.
Yeah, that was my bad. I don't even think you have a token on the map. Let me double check. Oh, there you go.
You have to select the token and you click it.
We'll get you.
I just select it and then click initiative.
Yep.
Yep, but I got you in there. That is your turn next, though. I'll work through it, but Poppy, you are up next.
I'll go for the wolf closest to me. I'll move a little bit closer, like right there. And I'll do short bow.
$19 will hit. Roll damage, and as you guys are doing this, the rest of the puppies have hidden behind this green wolf, the one that is marked green. They don't seem to be attacking you in any way, shape, or form, but they're cowering behind her.
Wait, what do I have to roll?
Hit the word short bow in the last thing you rolled.
In the chat where you've rolled to hit. Click the word.
Sorry about
There
that.
you go. No,
you're
worries.
fine.
You'll get it.
So you did 11. Anything else you're doing?
I think that's it.
That would get sneak attack because I'm right there.
Oh yeah, you are rogue. So go and roll.
2d6.
2d6 this level? Yeah, go for it.
Oof.
I mean, it's not
4.
bad for this.
You've rolled more damage than me so far, so it's fine.
Yeah. Let me go through the tracker here. We left
Blue.
off.
So don't move it. Just go blue, and then it should be Zafira.
Yep. All right.
I got you, B.
All right. This guy is gonna come over to Mercy, and Mercy stepped away for a minute, but I'll pull up his sheet.
There he is. Like almost like you called him.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Roll the 9. Actually, it's with
I
advantage.
can't see.
Yep. 14 doesn't hit you, does it? Mercy?
It does not.
Alright, this guy fails at life.
Poppy again.
Poppy again. Guess you missed your
Nope,
turn.
Zafira. You
Oh.
moved
Yeah.
the tracker.
My bad. Zafira.
What spell am I going to cast this time? I'm going to Frostbolt the one in front of me. No, it's not Frostbolt, Ray of Frost.
I could barely hear you. I'm
So,
sorry.
no worries. I'm gonna do Frostbolt on the. Call it Frostbolt again. Ray of Frost on the wolf closest to Sphere, the red
Alright.
one. As she reaches out a hand and almost a white light shoots out from her palm, crackles into almost snowflakes as it attempts to hit this wolf.
Awesome. Roll that attack. Is it an attack? Believe it is.
Yes. 13 to hit.
13 just misses.
Well, that's my turn.
Alright. Poppy, that is you again.
So they're all still active, right?
Yeah, all of them are alive. The red one is the only one that has taken really considerable damage.
Alright, so I'll go a little bit closer to the red one and I will do short bow on that one.
You will get sneak attack again. That hits. Roll damage. That's enough to bring it down. How do you kill it?
Just kind of whip a shot at it and it just kind of falls and Poppy's just kind of like, oh, well, it's kind of done now, isn't it?
Alright, that was gonna be its turn next, but Zorki, you are up.
Everybody left me with this giant beast.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my nimble escape to bonus action disengage out of there.
Alright.
I'm gonna hide behind Zafira because she's big, and I'm gonna shoot another guiding bolt at Green.
Go for it.
21.
Absolutely hits.
The first level. And for some 12 radiant.
Alright.
And yeah, that is my turn.
Alright, Mercy, you are up, and there is a beast trying to attack you. You have somehow fended it off so far, but it's definitely focused on you, so.
As it's like bringing its jaws up to bite me, I kind of like bat its face away from me, and then I'm gonna raise up my gun blade and strike down on it.
Go for it.
22.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Let me roll damage.
Say F yeah.
I said heck yeah. 14. And if it's, I'm gonna go ahead and actually make that a burst strike. So
Go for it.
I'm spending a spell slot to do this. As I bring my gunblade down on it, I'm gonna pull the trigger, and a bullet is gonna fire out of the revolver part of it and lodge itself into this beast. Let me roll damage. So 6 additional damage.
Alright. Yeah, that happened.
Thanks.
That absolutely did happen.
You did a thing. Congratulations.
Congratulations. No, this thing tries to dodge out of the way, but it ultimately gets nicked, and then it feels the pressure of the weapon itself as a bullet lodges itself in its neck. Probably not going to survive very long, but for the time being, it is still here, and it is still trying its best to come at you. Which, by the way, it is its turn, I believe. No, green is next. Green, looking for the closest target is going to come at Poppy. And Poppy, this is with advantage. 21 hits you. Correct?
Yeah, my hit points are 15.
Oh, no,
Your
I'm
AC.
asking.
It goes up against your AC, not your hit points.
Yeah, it's 15. So
Gotcha. Okay. It does 10 piercing damage against you, and I need you to also give me a strength saving throw.
how to do that? Sorry.
You should have your. Ken, maybe you can describe it.
Yeah, so first take 10 away from your current hit points, and then up underneath proficiency bonus in the top left, there is strength. You gotta just give that a click.
And lucky for you, we are not doing massive damage.
Just made it.
Just made it, so you are knocked prone, but this thing just take a huge bite out of you as it goes for like towards your thighs. But really, that is you.
Just gonna say, oh, Poppy! And... Ridley's gonna try and grab you and pull you back. Is that okay?
You can grab her, but if she is willing to move, then it is willing movement, which will mean that she incurs an attack of opportunity.
Gotcha. Then not that. Okay, I'll do a she'll kind of press her hand against your back. There's going to be a bright flash of light. She casts Cure Wounds. For 7 HP.
Awesome. So just like that, you are almost back to full health again.
Yeah, go ahead and add 7 to your current hit points.
So yeah, you feel this warmth radiate through you as Ruli reaches out to you and heals you for that amount. Ruli, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright. The other dire wolf that is left is going to take a bite against Mercy. With pack tactics, I'm assuming a 21 hit you?
Unfortunately, yes.
Alright. You are going to go ahead and take 10 piercing damage and give me that strength save.
I don't know why it rolled twice, but we'll just go with the 13.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, you're not knocked prone.
I like to think I just like stick up my free arm and let it bite into my forearm. Just kind of like holding it off like you would in a dog attack.
Yeah, you're kind of in a grappling situation, but not really. Like, either one of you can pull away at any moment. But Zafira, that's you. This guy no longer exists as a creature, so you can do your thing.
We're gonna take a couple paces to the left. Sorry, blue and green both still standing. Sorry.
They're both still standing, yes.
People have
We-
been wailing. Yeah, people have been wailing on grain a bit, haven't they?
Okay.
So, I'm gonna cast magic missile at this green one. So, Spear kind of raises the thumb, middle, and pinky finger as they glow with a like a violet kind of light, and three little, almost little like pyramid shapes kind of fly and sink into this direwolf.
I think Ken is gonna have to just give up on editing out the F word. But roll that damage, I guess.
I forgot. I don't know. Okay. Didn't know it. Oh! 10 force damage.
10 was literally the HP it had left.
Nice.
So, this thing goes down under a barrage of missiles that just fly out of the air. Anything else you're doing with your turn?
No, that'll be it.
Awesome. All right. Poppy, that's you for like the 18th time tonight. I feel like you've had more turns than anyone else, but it's just the way it fell. That is your turn.
Rogues, man, they just slip into spaces.
So Blue's the only one left, so I'm gonna back up a little bit and hide behind these taller peeps and just shoot my short bow again.
You wouldn't have clearance from where you're shooting, but you can absolutely shoot it at any time as you're. But 17 does hit, and you do have sneak attack.
Do I roll again for that? Sorry.
Roll your damage, but check the sneak attack box.
Yep.
Before you do.
It was. I'll do
All
it.
right.
Oh wait.
You gotta
Attack,
click the
sorry.
name short. You gotta click the name short bow in the chat to get that damage. There you are. Look at you, 17.
You have overkilled this thing. How do you do this?
How do you kill it? Describe it.
Just kind of hiding behind everyone else. I just kind of shoot another arrow at it. Just feeling bad that I've killed all these dogs at this point, but definitely feeling like, whew, at least they're gone. At least we've moved past this at this point.
Alright, and it falls to its side, an arrow sticking between its eyes, and you guys hear yelping coming from your right side as the puppies do approach the nearest one, green, and begin to crowd around it. I'll give you guys a few moments, but we are about to. Yep, we're about to wrap up.
I know you're not cool with this, Merc, but I can handle it from here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just kind of back away and try not to watch as you presumably slaughter these puppies.
Yeah, they're gonna become a threat if we don't, or they're just gonna die in nature. This is mercy. No pun intended.
Is anybody else trying to do anything about this?
Not about the puppies now, but Sphere will just walk over to the main kind of HUD and look at Poppy and be like, I took a nasty bite there, are you okay?
He's just kind of like, Poppy is kind of just like in the distance, like, oh, I hated all this.
And I just hide my wound.
Yeah, you are bleeding profusely. right now. Even as you try to hide it, there is blood pouring out of your fingers, through your fingers, I should say.
Oh,
Oh, I
Mercy,
didn't.
I can't do any. I don't have any healing magic. I'm sorry.
No, it's. Oh, I'm fine. I'm not in any pain or anything like that. I just a little bit of sleep it off.
If you're sure, but I'd rather you, get some help.
No, it's all right. It's nothing. I've had worse. It's okay.
That's concerning, but if you're sure.
All right. We are going to be wrapping up here. The very last thing I need, Zorki, we're not going to describe how you do this. I just need to know what you used to do this.
Archer form, just merciful, almost like putting him to sleep. But like it's like it's as merciful as I can with this. I don't want him to suffer. I want it to be quick, but it is necessary.
Okay. I will say all I will say is that there's a little bit of a struggle initially. But you do eventually manage your objective.
And I will speak to them in Sylvan as I'm doing it. Don't worry, you're gonna go meet Master Reiki. He'll take care of you.
Definitely peaceful, and as you finish, wherever you were doing this, I'm assuming it's out of sight of the group.
Yeah, I'd take them a ways away.
Okay.
Or I'd imagine they'd walk away from me because they were huddled around the parent, right?
And they would have scurried off a distance trying to get away from you guys, but definitely trying to stay close, so they would have been catchable, if you want to put it that way.
I still have the bag of holding, so I'd have put them in the bag of holding after.
Okay. I will say
Neat.
they're almost full-sized dogs, though.
I was gonna say their pelts would be pretty nice, right?
Up to you guys. I
Take it
won't get
easy,
into
cool
this.
Bill.
I was more talking about the huge dogs, right?
Oh, those. Yeah. I mean, the ways you guys cleaned them, they were pretty clean kills and pretty quick. So if you do want to take the time, we can do that. I'm just going to say that it is past our time. So
Okay.
we can pick up here. If you do decide to roll for the pelts, by all means, we can do that at the beginning of the next session. But otherwise, guys, I had fun. Hope you did.
I had a great time, yeah.
Oh, I had so much fun.
Awesome.
So you don't observe daylight savings time over there, do you?
Doesn't seem like it, do you?
What, clocks just went back? I think.
Oh, did yours? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone
Okay.
observes daylight savings. It's not like it has
Yeah,
to be
but
done,
it's all-
otherwise the
every-
clocks are out of whack for everyone.
Yeah, I think we're getting rid of
Everyone
that.
does
So
it in a different day.
I think this is the
Yeah, a
last
bunch of
year of
states
the
have gotten rid of
States.
it.
No, I could see you fading toward the end there. You're just like you're fighting it, trying to stay in the game.
Yeah.
That was me last night with
I
the
forget
Thursday
that
game.
wizards
Oh,
are
yeah.
not very great early game. It's like,
I got you. Spell. Nope.
spell just works. Cool.
I'll
That's
see
my
you in 5
action.
seconds.
Do I want to move? No, I'll get hit and I have no AC. Stick finger up my ass while I'm doing nothing for 5 minutes.
Listen, us marshals walk so you can run. Okay.
Great. I've had my share of playing rogues in campaigns and having the dream early game. So Liv gets to have that experience now, and
Yeah,
I
look
get
at
to
Liv just
suffer.
getting all the kills
Just
in.
absolute killer. It was so good.
It's like me on Mondays on Musashi, just stealing all the kills.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, this is great,
Have a
guys.
blast. Yeah, it was good.
So much fun.
So good.
All right. Well, I hope to see you all next time we play, which is not going to be next week, but just gives me more time to plan how to kill you all.
Stay tuned for the one shot next week.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We'll have to come up with details with that one. I won't be there, but I
Yeah.
do want to hear about it.
I'll have details your way a couple days.
All right.
I ordered a blonde wig, so I'll have my Mercy cosplay completed next time we meet for
come in
characters.
costume, obviously. I mean, I know this is my natural.
Ruby, I know you've got cosplaying power in you. I saw that Vi cosplay.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna pull off a Zafira, but
You don't gotta go all out. Just you don't have to do anything. I just thought the wig was funny.
We'll have to later down the line. We'll have to do an in costume session, I think. But
Next Halloween for the game.
yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
All right.
see you in 2 Fridays.
See you guys.
Good night and have fun. Take care.
I think this is a good look for me.
it's a look.
Come on, I rock
Don't listen
it.
to her. You look great, bro.
I know. I don't need validation. Not from across the pond.
Nah,
At least.
you do from me.
Oh, then I appreciate it. Thank you.